In the Star Wars galaxy, there are thousands of alien species that populate it, and yet when we look to the Galactic Empire, we see very few aliens, if any, within the ranks. And instead was rather primarily populated by humans. As well as that, there also was extreme xenophobia within the galaxy. But why was that? And while at first it may seem that xenophobia was primarily an issue during the Imperial era as well as parts of the Clone Wars, this deep-seated prejudice can actually be traced back thousands of years to the early days of the Republic. During the Republic's formation, significant technological advances were being made, many of which were being created by humans. This led to a sense of superiority among many humans, as they viewed themselves smarter and more capable than their alien counterparts. Adding to this perception was the fact that many of the galaxy's top military commanders, leaders, and technicians were humans, reinforcing the belief that humans were the primary force driving the galaxy towards progress and prosperity, and the Republic was predominantly founded by humans, and soon became the dominant power within the galaxy. And although other species did have representation since it was a democracy, it was not substantial as the human worlds did. However, most of the xenophobia was concentrated within the core world, while the mid-rim and outer rim regions were less affected by this. However, this changed dramatically during the Clone Wars when the Confederacy of Independent Systems, the CIS, was founded, and was primarily composed of alien species that had seceded from the Republic. And as the war progressed, it only furthered the negative perception of aliens, fueling the humans' hatreds toward them. Even Count Dooku, a human leading the CIS, was labeled as a traitor to humankind. And the Republic did very little to combat these prejudices, and in fact, quite the contrary. They produced anti-alien propaganda and hate speech, and this would peak during the Empire's rule. And while the Emperor didn't outright create new forms of xenophobia, it rather intensified the already existing prejudice, and would use this to justify many other actions, such as excluding aliens from military and high-ranking positions, with rare exceptions like Thrawn, who was only allowed to have such a position through Palpatine's direct intervention. And while Palpatine may not have shown personal signs of xenophobia, he definitely used it and exploited it to justify the enslavement of many species like the Wookiees, and even committed genocide against the Geonosians. And these actions, while horrendous, were largely unchallenged by the galaxy, as many humans already viewed these aliens as inferior beings, with no significant place in the galaxy, as they were just mindless creatures who were only there to cause problems. Palpatine also established policies like the human high culture, which glorified human achievements while diminishing those of aliens, and numerous policies made life very difficult for non-humans, including travel restrictions and limited political positions, as well as limited job options. Despite all of this, however, Palpatine did have several alien advisors such as Mas Almeida, indicating that his abuse of xenophobia was more of a strategic point than a personal point. Ironically, the widespread discrimination against aliens actually did backfire on the Empire, as rebellion capitalized on the alien species discrimination and would rally them to their cause, and the aliens, having no allegiance to the Empire and having every reason to oppose it, eagerly joined the rebellion. And this diverse alliance played a crucial role in the eventual downfall of the Empire, highlighting how its xenophobic policies ultimately contributed to its own destruction. And that is why the Galactic Empire hated aliens. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and for more content like this, make sure to click on the video appearing on the screen now. And with that, my fellow Star Wars nerds, may the Force be with you.